Hi guys!
Hey.
Claire and Nicole here to give you another horror movie about the Pact. Another horror movie review.
Also, this is an independent film, guys, so if this isn't in your movie theater, don't worry about it. Look at the very small, sketchy theater.
It's about two sisters in light of their mother's recent passing away, having to come to terms with their past, and while discovering an unsettling, disturbing secret within their family. So, you never quite find out why it's called the Pact, but by the end you can kind of draw conclusions. So we will have a spoiler section at the end, as always, so you can fast forward to that or just stop it, and we will give you warning before we start that. Anyways, first thoughts.
Okay, first of all, I want to say I really liked the main character in this movie. The actress, I don't know, there was something, she had like a natural beauty about her that I like, and I've never seen her before, and I enjoyed her acting a lot. She was kind of like badass in a way, and she was
swear jar.
Damn it. Anyway, like she was dangerous, while at the same time she was so vulnerable in certain situations. So I enjoyed that.
Like, I think what made her vulnerable but still like hard and tough was that, this isn't a spoiler, but it was very clear within the first 5 to 10 minutes that they had been abused by their mother, who had just died. So this time they brought in the abused kid, and she was freaking awesome. And she was like, I have no sympathy towards my mother, but I want to find out what is going on in this house. And I want to save my sister and my cousin. So that was really good.
Yeah.
I liked the character. And it's always good, you know, to have a good, likable character in a horror movie. Somebody that you can root for till the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what scared you about it? Did you like it, you know?
I definitely liked that it was different, you know, like the way that they did the scares, I guess it's different from what I'm normally used to. I'm used to lots and lots of jump scares, but these were, I think they felt more subtle, and there was a point where basically a character was somewhere and something was behind her and we didn't notice because it was blurry, and until she turned around and then became clear, and I just loved it. I just thought that was really smart.
This was like, it was unique in that, you know how like classic horror movies, you could hear the violin slowly building up to like the scariest point? It went straight, if there was music, it was blaring. It did not slowly build up. You were like, oh, there's music, something's gonna happen, like right now. But then it started out that way, and then other times it would be like, as soon as the music stopped, she'd like sigh of relief, and then boom, it would hit you. And then you thought that you could start guessing when the scares were gonna happen because of the music, and then no, it just completely turns around on you, and the scares started happening when there wasn't music, and you were just like, oh god, you're not safe. Nobody's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another unique thing about this horror movie, I don't think it's giving anything away, but you can classify horror movies into like supernatural, realistic, like, oh my god, that would never happen kind of thing. And we each get scared by different things, I've kind of figured out, because I make my friends watch horror movies loads of times. I get scared by supernatural stuff. So like Paranormal Activity, I still cannot go into dark bathrooms after the third one. And you get scared by?
I've seen so many horror movies that I'm kind of numb to some of these scares, but what really scares me is the realistic parts. Like, even if it's like a supernatural movie, if there's one part of it that can be realistic in anything, it just freaks me out. Anything that can happen in real life freaks me out.
And this was a good combination of the two, which is really hard to pull off because, you know, it's hard to pull something that's like completely, you know, you have to really believe in ghosts and the supernatural in order for this to really scare you, or to the other spectrum, you know, like serial killers and like stalkers and like that shit stuff can actually happen. Yeah. So it had a nice blend. If you get scared by, I think there's pretty much something in this movie for everything, except maybe bug haters. I know that you are terribly afraid of spiders.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay. It's okay. We accept you. So, yeah, there weren't any bugs in this. Sorry. But it was properly frightening. I saw it with another friend, and she's seen a lot of horror movies with me. She's kind of also a horror movie addict. I'll have her on here sometime. Her name is Rose. She's also responsible for making me do this whole YouTube thing. But I kind of need to thank her now because I'm enjoying it. It was the scariest movie she'd seen in her life. She was hyperventilating and crying and just like curled up in a ball. It was the scariest movie of her
I
life.
wish I was there.
And she's seen numerous scary movies. So, yeah. Any other non-spoiler comments on The Pact?
No, I would say no.
The details. The details were really good.
Yeah, that's
There
true.
were like little things that like, oh, how did the knife go into the wall that far? And like, oh, she has one blue eye and one green eye, and like that kind of thing. That was proper.
And also, I don't want people like, just because it's an independent film doesn't mean that it's not good. You know, sometimes I had that mentality before, but I suggest if it's in your area, definitely check it out.
Yeah, most independent films actually are either really good or really hilarious. So really, give this one a shot. It was on the really good, oh my god, freak out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to go into the spoiler section now.
Wait, rating.
Oh, rating. I'd give it an A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was on my top, I think, 5 scariest horror movies, you know? Not quite at the A+. I saved that for, like, my top 3, so I'd give it an A.
Mm-hmm. I'd give it a B+. I'm more strict with my grading, but it was really, really good.
Yeah, definitely. So now we're going into the spoiler section. Would you like to start off with any spoilers that
Okay. The first scare scene, like, when going into this, when you go into a new movie, you don't know what to expect because different directors have different points of view and they choose to scare the audience in different ways. So I didn't know if it was just a ghost would blatantly come out. I didn't know what, but the character Liz, when she was sleeping in her room, and then I don't even know how this happened. All of a sudden, you see a black shadow right by like her door, like this one. She screamed in the theater. No, she was the only one.
It was like a proper horror movie scream.
I'm sure people, even when they were younger, being in bed, wondering like if someone like is standing like by, or at least I have, like standing up by your bed. That's terrifying.
It plays on your natural primal fear as a child when everything is so dark and your eyes are just starting to adjust. And like if you wear glasses like I do, that just multiplies it because you can't quite tell what's a shadow from like something in your room and what's a person.
Yeah.
And it just played on that natural primal instinctual fear.
Right. That was good. That was a good explanation.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I do this. What I want to talk about is the very end. Okay? So do not watch the spoiler section unless A, you're not going to see this movie, or B, you have already seen this movie, okay? Because this is the #1 spoiler. So we find out that it was, you know, a serial killer living underneath the floorboards for, like, their whole lives. First of all, creepiness factor, like, way, way up. Thought that the ghost, having been one of the past victims, but also the friend of the mother, was a nice twist, and how the daughter had the necklace and everything. Yeah. That was nice, I thought. And then you start to wonder, like, where did the mother's loyalties lie? You have her loyalties, would they lie with her friend or with her brother/lover? That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
The girl had one blue eye and one green eye. And we see at the very end if the, like, creepy guy had one blue eye and one green eye. I don't know the genetics properly, if it's recessive or, I don't know, dominant or whatever. But the other sister and the cousin didn't have it. And the mother didn't have it. So to me, that screamed like, it's her father! Yeah. Incest! And that just like ups the creepiness factor because then you're like, what was the pact? You know, what gave it the name of the movie? Also Stevie, the creepy girl with the big eyes, who I think was blonde.
Yeah, I didn't get that until a little bit later.
Yeah. She said she didn't want to know. She didn't want to know. Who didn't want anyone to know what? And then you figured out it's the mother didn't want people to know. But what didn't she want people to know? Like, what about the pact? Like, that she was hiding a serial killer under her floorboards? That the serial killer was her brother? That she beat her kids? Or that she had sex with her brother? We don't know. And it was one of those movies that left you with more questions than answers. Mm-hmm. And I loved that because it was the proper amount. It wasn't like, okay, what were you getting at? Like it was with Silent Hill. It was like, wow, like, I need to keep thinking about this. I need to look up, like, other theories and conspiracy theories, and nobody else knew. So I'm talking about it here. Was it her father? Comments. Tell me. Please, I need answers.
Okay, another thing I really enjoyed about this movie was, honestly, at the beginning, I thought it was going to be all supernatural. Like, I don't know, and like when Nicole was That's weird. When Nicole was talking on the laptop with her daughter, I just thought like something, like she would turn around and there would be like a ghost or something there and then it would cut. But it didn't. Like she like walked into that dark closet and that freaked me out. But I enjoyed how they moved that in, especially since the ghost was good and the ghost was trying to help her. I really enjoyed that because a lot of times...
Can I say, I was confused about the ghost's intentions at first. It's because the ghost pulled Nicole into the closet to be killed. So I was like, what are you playing at? I thought you were good.
That's true.
I mean, I watched it twice, so I like knew the ghost's intentions,
right.
And then I saw the beginning again, and I was like, what?
Yeah. I think it's good that, well, if you did know right away that the ghost was good, then it would take away that scary aspect. I mean, at the beginning, you thought that the ghost was scary and bad, so that made you afraid. I mean, if you thought the ghost was good in the beginning, then you probably wouldn't be as afraid.
Anything else?
It
was a good movie.
Yeah, definitely
go see it.
Go see it with someone that screams a lot.
I'll go see movies with you guys, as long as you don't make fun of me screaming.
Yeah, she'll probably hold your hand.
Yeah, I'm a cuddler too. We all do weird things when we're afraid, okay? Okay. Anyway, yeah, so go see The Pact.
Definitely.
Bye. Nicole, right. Nicole was the first sister who died in the beginning. My bad. Sorry, you died first this time.
Wow. I am black.
She's a minority. Anyway, I was blonde. Yes, I get to live. Oh. Anyway, so,